Overexploitation of plants. Group members Brittany Garcia for Biology for Science majors, Biology 1307. Introduction and overview of overexploitation of plants. The overexploitation of plants is a serious environmental issue that threatens biodiversity, ecosystem stability, and human livelihoods. Addressing it requires coordinated efforts in policy, education, sustainable practices, and scientific research to ensure the long-term survival and health of plants population. This exploitation is extremely important to discuss due to the effects that it has in our livelihoods. The ecological impact of overexploitation of plants undermines the stability and health of ecosystems. It triggers a chain reaction of negative effects, ultimately threatening the resilience of natural environments and the well-being of all living organisms, including humans. Sustainable management and conservation efforts are essential to mitigate these impacts and preserve ecological balance. The ecological impact examples are mahogany tea-like logging causes habitat loss, soil erosion, disruptive water cycles. For Himalayan yean harvesting, the example is decline in tree population, altered forest structure. For wild yeans collecting, the example is reducing genetic diversity, change understory ecology. For mangrove removal, the example is the coastal erosion and loss of fish nurses. Cork oak overharvesting, tree death, and biodiversity loss increase fire risk. Orchid collection is for local extension, disruptive pollination, and for palm oil deforestation, the example is habitat destruction, diversity loss, and emissions. For the overexploitation of plants determines the foundation of regional economies and human well-being by damaging the ecosystem that supports agriculture, industry, health, and culture, and by recreating. Sustainable management is essential not only for conservation but also for maintaining long-term economic stability and the quality of life for current and future generations. For timber and fuelwood, the example is the industry decline, scarcity, and increased prices. For medical resources, the example is the loss of traditional and modern medicine. Food and forage, the example is to reduced availability of wild fruits and nuts. Pollination is for lower crop yields and food insecurity. Water purification, increased water treatment cost. Soil fertility, lower agriculture productivity. Climate regulation, greater climate instability, disaster risk. Recreating and tourism, fewer visitors, loss of income. Culture and spiritual values, erosion of tradition, loss of heritage. These are examples what overexploitation of plants causes to our ecosystem and our livelihoods, how it makes prices go up and makes things more scarce for us. For the conclusion, significant process is being made. Research, policy, and communication engagement. The overexploitation of plants remains a complex issue. Lasting solutions require coordinated global and local efforts, adequate funding, strong governance, and the integration of scientific knowledge with traditional practices. Overcoming economic, social, and political barriers is essential for ensuring the long-term sustainability of plant resources and the ecosystems they support. In conclusion, the overexploitation of plants needs to be stopped, needs to be fixed by putting social and political barriers. Thank you so much.